Ukrainian authorities say Russian strikes targeted the capital for a third straight night. Air defenses intercepting drones launched at Kyiv and surrounding areas. Now, the attacks come after a NATO summit wrapped up in Lithuania yesterday, where President Vladimir Zelensky was given security guarantees, but no timeline on when Ukraine will be joining the military alliance. Now, Russia's foreign minister says Moscow will view F-16 fighter jet transfers to Ukraine as a nuclear threat. Sergei Lavrov clarifying his position over the plane's capacity of carrying nuclear weapons. Ukrainian pilots are being trained on how to fly F-16s, but countries have stopped short of making concrete pledges. Galva Krag has more on this story from Kyiv.
Dmytro Kuleba, the Ukrainian foreign minister, reacted to the words of his counterpart in Russia, Sergei Lavrov, predictably really, saying Ukraine will receive the F-16 fighter jets according to the timetable and Russia will accept it. This after Lavrov had said that the West giving Ukraine F-16s would be considered by Russia a nuclear threat because these are fighter jets that can carry nuclear weapons. The feeling in Ukraine about these kinds of threats coming from Russia really is one of weariness. They feel like there have been so many things that the Russians have tried to make the West believe might be a red line in terms of nuclear weapons use, going back to September 22, at least, when they annexed several regions of Ukraine and suggested that incursions into what Russia had dubbed Russian territory would be met with a nuclear reaction. Of course, no nuclear weapons have been used by Russia so far. It's not that the Ukrainians completely rule out that Russia could use nuclear weapons. Some of the country's leadership pretty much do. Alexei Danilov, for example, the head of the National Security and Defense Council, is absolutely convinced that Putin would be too cowardly to ever use them. Others say the threat is there, but it's very small. The costs for Russia would be so high, they really don't think it's very plausible. Also because where would they use them? What would be the utility of it? And so the Ukrainians are constantly trying to persuade their Western partners that it is safe to give them the weapons that they need, that the greater danger is in not giving Ukraine the weapons that it needs, and the country clearly needs these advanced fighter jets very, very badly if its counter-offensive in the south and east of the country is to succeed. So they're really desperate for these jets, and they are underlining that they don't think that Russia's nuclear blackmail should be taken seriously, and that it would even be a dangerous precedent to give in to that kind of blackmail. On the other hand, of course, the Ukrainian authorities, when we're not talking about nuclear weapons use per se, but about a different kind of nuclear threat, the idea that the Russians could blow up part of the Zaporizhzhia nuclear power station, which they currently occupy, that Kyiv sees as a very real threat.